Amy Pascal is very busy this week. First, she signed Olivia Wilde to direct and oversee a Spider-Woman film. Check out my separate video on that. The link is down below in the comments section. I always pin it to the top. I think that's the easiest way to find it. And now she's in talks with JC Chandor, who, don't worry, I'll explain who it is in just a moment, to direct her Kraven the Hunter movie. It's happening! Now, while we all unanimously feel that Henry Cavill would dominate that role, he would be fabulous. He's a little busy right now. Come on, I hope that we see a Black Adam announcement tomorrow. But he is supposed to, he's trying to get his Superman role back. So the timing on this really sucks, because if he couldn't get the Superman role back, he could jump to this and play Kraven. But right now, he's stuck in the middle of his Superman, negotiations. Come on. But directors also, though, like to cast actors they have a history with. I discussed that in my Olivia Wilde video as well, and also why studios, especially right now, are hiring such small, I'd say critical darling directors, but JC Chandor, I don't really know if I'd classify him as a critical darling director, but I guess close enough. But, so these videos are really a set, so be sure to check out both of them. But you know what occurred to me as soon as I saw the headline that JC Chandor was in talks to direct this movie? Well, who's been in the last two JC Chandor movies? Well, that would be Mr. Oscar Isaac, and I think that he would make an excellent Kraven the Hunter. Plus, after Star Wars, he's available. He's in Dune, too, but, you'll see. And Oscar Isaac already knows the Spider-Man team. He already knows Amy Pascal. He voiced Miguel O'Hara in the end credits of Into the Spider-Verse. So, if JC Chandor does close his deal, right now he's still in talks, but if he closes, don't be surprised if Oscar Isaac closes one right after to star. Now, some of you, cue the complaints that Oscar Isaac is too short to play Kraven the Hunter. He's 5'9", that's fine. I mean, look, Tom Cruise has been standing on apple boxes and making co-stars walk in ditches for decades. Hollywood finds a way. Kraven the Hunter is a very popular Spider-Man villain. He has had some iconic storylines over the years, but if you want a recent one, The Grim Hunt was very, very good. It's an excellent Spider-Man Kraven storyline. It also introduced Kraven's daughter, who I think also has a lot of potential. Not only in the she never really realized it in the comics, but if I were a movie producer, I'd be like, who's that? I'd like to put her in my movies. I think she's good. Basically, for those of you who don't know, Kraven is a wealthy Russian aristocrat who enjoys hunting, from animals to humans to superheroes. He's, basically think Jungle Deathstroke. He's such a cool character that Ryan Coogler wanted to put him in Black Panther, but unfortunately, he's Sony and Amy Pascal's toy. And Kevin Feige wasn't willing to trade her anything good enough to let her give up Kraven the Hunter. Now, in his own film, written by the Equalizer's Richard Wenk, a long time ago, by the way, would he be an anti-hero like what Sony has done with Venom? Wenk said way back in 2018 that Spidey's in his script, but so far, Spider-Man himself has not shown up in any of Sony's Spider-Man movies. He's only really an MCU character. Very little crossover, as we were promised. Will Wilde's Spider-Woman, or perhaps a live-action Miles Morales, fix that problem? I can see that being a fix. I can see that being the fix. And considering that Tom Holland cried to Bob Iger when it looked like he wouldn't be able to return to the MCU, I don't think Tom Holland's that interested in being in Sony's Spider-Verse, quite frankly. So let an actor do it. An actor and an actress do it who want to. I think Spider-Verse, the animated movie, did lay the groundwork for people being okay with that. Although Spider-Verse didn't, I think mostly people have discovered it by now. Its box office numbers are weak, but it's an Oscar-winning, won Best Animated Feature, and it's getting a sequel, and I think it's been very popular on streaming services like particularly Netflix. Such a good movie. Love that movie. Love it. So what would you like to see? Do you like the idea of a JC Chandor, Oscar Isaac, Kraven the Hunter movie? And would you like to see him square off with Spider-Woman or a live-action Miles Morales instead of, Tom Holland's Peter Parker? I don't think Peter Parker's ever going to come over here, to be honest with you. How do you feel about that? I think if they can get an okay replacement, I'll allow it. All right, so what do you think? Share those thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.